Hey, what's up guys? The Theironhulk is back with a special holiday review. And we have War Machine. Oh my god, it's been a long time. What the hell, Hot Toys? Yeah, War Machine's finally here. I bought him off of cornerstorecomics.com. That's where I usually buy my stuff. I have the link posted on my page. I bought him about a week ago, so yeah, he should still be there. Before we look at the figure, let's have a quick look at the packaging. Well, it's not the Mark III packaging, as you can see. It's very, I guess, dumbed down. I think they did this so they can kind of save money on packaging and put more effort into the figure. Or just save money and not put any more money into anything else. But yeah, it's an alright package. It's okay. It's not, you know, it's nothing special. It's got some neat pictures of War Machine. And yeah. So yeah, let's look at the figure itself. So here we have War Machine. Alright. Extremely awesome. War Machine has always been a favorite character of mine ever since I was a kid. I used to watch the Iron Man TV show, and I just loved War Machine, so I had to pick him up, I had to buy him, and I'm glad I did. The detailing is probably beyond what I expected, and that's a good thing, because this thing is crazy. There's so many neat gimmicks that sometimes I just, you know, I don't really do not know how I want to pose him, because there's just so many things you can do with him. And I kind of felt like that with the battle damaged Iron Man Mark III, but there's really no comparison here. This guy actually has different gimmicks, not, oh cool, I can swap this with that, oh that's cool. No, this guy actually can do things that, yeah, it's neat. So one of the biggest changes in the Iron Man figures is the articulation. He can actually swivel at his tummy. Isn't that cool? It's really neat. Really great for posing. Beyond that, yeah. He's got also a bit of an ab articulation, so he can kind of bend forward a bit. But really, this is a major improvement to the older Iron Man figures that, you know, the torso just pretty much was stiff. And, well, they're improving. Slowly but surely, they are improving. The neck joint is actually kind of, yeah, your head is kind of blocked between his backpack things here that hold his weapons. But really, who gives a crap? You're not going to want to have War Machine in some insane neck pose, like have his head kind of spun backwards like the girl from The Exorcist. You just keep him in his War Machine pose. He likes his neck to be like that. Let him have it that way. One really awesome addition is the articulated fingers it comes with. He does come with the regular set of fingers that are hands that are just repainted to War Machine's color. They're exactly the same as Iron Man's in the past, but these articulated fingers are brand new, brand spanking new, and freaking awesome. I actually think that they should have just came with these hands, because they pretty much do everything that the other hands do. And it would have saved them money, and they probably could have included some sort of nice base for this guy. But yeah, I know what Hot Toys is doing. They're probably going to release some damaged version of him when the Mark VI comes out. It's obvious. Yeah, so yeah, the articulated fingers are amazing because you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can have him flip people off. You can have him do his pulse. Well, he doesn't have pulse blast, repulsor blast, does he? Well, you can pretend. But the great part about these hands is that the articulation is almost kind of like hiding. That's how great the sculpting was on this. You know, the fingers on the Iron Man suits are very like robotic glove-like hands. So Hot Toys just kind of used that idea and made these hands look like they're just part of War Machine. You know, I mean, of course you can see the articulation here, but when you look at this side, they just look like regular posed hands. So, you know, you can pose them any way you like, and they still look freaking awesome. Now, War Machine comes with some really awesome gimmicks. He comes with these backpack things here that actually hide some of his weapons, his super crazy destructo weapons. He has his missile launchers here, which they just kind of pop out. It's really sick. The way Hot Toys engineered this figure is just amazing. And really, this was actually the only piece that was going to be part of his backpack thing here. But because I guess they started designing the figure when the movie was still in production. So they pushed the release date back to sort of kind of bring something new to us that was part of the film, and that's the ex-wife machine thingy. They call it the ex-wife because it's quite explosive. Yes, that's a joke in the film. The figure also comes with a missile, which is already in there. Tiny little missile. But really, it's really sick. I mean, you look at that and it's like, whoa, where did that come from? And it has detail inside. And yeah, everything just... Hot Toys does not slack on Iron Man figures, I can tell you that. One thing to note, in the film, the War Machine suit had like tattoos and stuff on here. I'm really glad that they did not put that, because that really kind of ruins the whole look, I'd say. Yeah, it gave the suit personality in the film, but yeah, not for the figure. And a closer look at the head sculpt here. Beautiful. Amazing. Simply amazing. The Gatling gun, which is probably my favorite part of the figure because it's just ginormous and it's really awesome. It's articulated and pretty much, yeah, it rotates. It can kind of move across here. It can slide across his back, so it can kind of shoot in all directions. Beautiful detail, just an amazing piece of the figure. War Machine also comes with his cool machine guns. I guess you can say they're pretty much machine guns on his arms, and very detailed, extremely detailed. There really isn't much to say. So War Machine actually has a couple more gimmicks that he can do. His backpack here opens up, and they reveal his really neat rockets. Then we move to the leg, and these parts open up, revealing more rockets for him to fly. Which, yeah, really sick. Beyond that, he doesn't really do much else in terms of revealing stuff. So here we have War Machine with his light up feature. And yeah, it lights up pretty much just like Iron Man's did. I do feel like his chest is a bit brighter than most of the Iron Man figures I have, but not by that much. As you can see, the biggest difference are his eyes, and sadly, the red is just the color red really does not translate well with our eyes. That's always been an issue, especially when you have kind of different lights going against it. So in this case, we have these super bright lights on his chest and palms that our eyes are kind of more focused on the bright white light than this kind of dark red. But really, it still looks really sick. And yeah, I really got nothing to complain about. The light up features, really nicely done. Now here's something very interesting that I'd like to point out. War Machine comes with an extra head, of course. What amazed me was that both of these helmets look exactly the same when they are kind of put next to each other. One of my biggest problems with the battle-damaged Iron Man was that the mask with Tony Stark on it, when you put the faceplate on, it looks terrible. Like, it looks so squished, and the neck, it wasn't, it felt like a rushed figure, you know? But look, check this out. I mean, it's Rhodey's head. And first off, the sculpt is freaking awesome. It's pretty spot on to me. Yeah, it's missing a few things, but really, yeah, it looks amazing. And you could push this panel down, and yeah, awesome, awesome face sculpt. But yeah, what amazed me was just how great their engineering was with this mask. There's really no difference. It's pretty much the same mask, and instead they fit the Rhodey head sculpt into this mask, which is what they should have done with the Iron Man battle damaged version. You know, you can't blame them for everything, but yeah, it was a bit disappointing, I guess. So here's a quick comparison with the battle damaged Mark III Iron Man and War Machine. And you can clearly see that War Machine is just a much more realistic looking character, while Iron Man, just that head, you know, that head really kills me. I love the face sculpt of Robert Downey Jr., but this just looks real. You know, it looks like Don Cheadle is actually in the suit, while this looks like Tony Stark's head was just kind of fixated on the thin anime style Iron Man. While I love these guys both equally, you can clearly see the difference here with just how the masks work. Like, look, this one barely even goes on. This one goes in like a charm. The engineering in just, what, 6 months that, you know, between these guys' releases, maybe a little bit more, you can see how much they've excelled. Yeah, and while this figure was more of a kind of let's milk the first movie type of figure, still, it's a fantastic figure. But you can see that the Iron Man 2 line is going to blow these guys away. War Machine is just a much more sophisticated figure. And to me, he's just a much more, I don't know, I really do not know what to say about this guy. He's just amazing. And I'm really looking forward to the Mark IV after seeing War Machine, because you know, they're going to pass on even more cooler things to the Mark IV, with that super sweet Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt. So yeah, you know, Hot Toys they keep surpassing themselves, and no one can beat them. They're the best. And I do not think they will always be the best, because, you know, companies are starting to get smart and make their own toys too, that match up with Hot Toys, but Hot Toys will be in the game for quite a while. So, alright, thanks for watching my review, guys. Happy holidays, and I will keep you updated with new reviews and stuff. So, adios.